Hello everyone and welcome. This is the Silent K and today we're going to be playing some MekHQ and I do apologize. I might be running a little late. Trying to fix things up here. We had been discussing on the Discord how to proceed, and I think what we had arrived on, we're going to be... Oh, Gribbly is here. Hey, welcome. We're going to be adding a scenario. And we're going to be deploying, I think, a single unit. Let's go ahead. We'll deploy Poser. Sorry, things might have gotten a little out of whack in the last few minutes. Poser is currently at 36 XP. Putting time before game to make up for being late. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah. We'll see if we can do a little bit extra tonight. We'll see. Fred Jones at 25 XP is going to be new scenario. I had done this before and I hadn't done it completely exact, so we will see how this goes. We will be resolving manually. 25 XP is what we had. Okay. Hoses ride undamaged. Okay. Hoses ride undamaged and unhurt. Okay, so now we've got the salvage from last week. We had... We'll take the Fenris, which had its center torso destroyed. The Koshi, which had its leg destroyed. The Galahad, I'm pretty sure we had destroyed the center torso on that, yes. So we'll be taking that. The Mongoose, not so much. The Puma. The Puma, with its lower leg destroyed and 3 points left on its right leg, we will not be taking a salvage. The Blackhawk. Blackhawk, it looks like we had taken out its machine gun ammo in the left torso, which I do not see any reason that it would not be destroyed. The Man of War. Man of War with the center torso, the right torso destroyed. Alright, the Man of War. Okay, so we are accepting those as salvage. Mongoose 66B is a nice little scout. I do agree. The 66B is a nice little scout. That said, Poser had 25 XP beforehand. He did not go on a mission without everyone else. Where do we go to fix XP? We might be. Set XP, we were at 25 to begin with, so we'll go with 25 for now. Man-O-War Vixen. Okay, well, we'll have to fix that. Oh, need to do personnel log. We will be editing the kill log. We'll be deleting and deleting. And he should still be at 25 XP, which is where he was at the end of the last mission. Okay, Man-O-War and a Vixen. Okay. So I think that we have done everything that we need to do to get everything cleared up to where we need it to be. The Banshee is waiting on armor, the Fenris. Okay, yeah, now we have salvage. Right click, set XP, did that. May want to edit the combat log, did that. Let me go back to personnel. Let me go back to Fred French. 320, we've got 2 kills. $320. Yeah, we need to delete that. That is scenario log. Okay, so Star Wyvern Rescue is the last mission on his log. Okay, now we just have to fix up all the things that we were gonna fix up last week, and all of the things that we were gonna drop out this week. We can take some actuators out. We can have Ogiko take out some actuators. We can have Kostya take out some actuators. Let's see, more actuators. We can have Kostya continue taking out those. We can have Alexandru take out a couple actuators. Okay, so it seems as though we have, in fact, taken out all the things that we need to take out. starting from last week. We just got some armor. We've got the man of war that we need to take apart. Okay, yeah. So, it looks as though we've done everything that we need to do to make sure that we get all the salvage from last week. We are going to give it a few days. And exactly how many days is still kind of up in the air. But we will be rescuing Vernitte after this. As soon as we can repair... I'm thinking the Stalker and the Banshee. The Stalker's gonna be 2 days at least on that engine. The Banshee is gonna be ready tomorrow. Who do we have on armor detail? Let me pull my notepad. For armor, we've got Elena, Veronica, Jamel, Guillaume, Tamalika, and Ben. There's Guillaume. He can knock this out on a 5 real quick. Good deal. Barely with a 5. Elena, Veronica, Jamel, Guillaume, and Tamalika. There's Elena with 3 minutes left. She's not going to be able to do much of anything. Let's have Anacito try to pull this fibrous armor on 6s. 6s with a veteran, it's not great. Jamel has 240 minutes and he can do that on 5s, so we will be trying that. With 150 minutes left. Oof. Yeah, Jamel will be continuing to take... Oof. With Jamel with 35 minutes left, it's not gonna be. Do we have anything for 10 minutes for Jamel? Not so much. Okay, well, the Banshee needs some armor. The Fenris will have Janet try to take that ER medium out of the pod. We'll have Anacito try to take that. And not so much. AMS ammo. We'll have Anacito try that. Okay, some actuators. We'll have some regulars doing those. Let's have Shada knock those out one after another. We'll have Denise try to knock out a couple of those. She only needs a couple of XP before she becomes a veteran. The Koshi. The Koshi we can have put into salvage mode as well. The Galahad. Veronica. Jamil, Guillaume, and Ben. Malika? No, Tamalika's an engineer. B has nothing. Is that correct? Beatrix has nothing except a point of edge. Okay, well, we'll need to work on getting her up to armor specialist, I think. 280, 20. Man, she just cannot get that armor off the left leg. I don't think I want a regular taking the left torso off. I don't think I want a regular taking the left leg off. I will have Halima? No. The gyro, we might have Veronica taking out. Yeah, okay. Cockpit, we'll have Kai taking out. The rest of that, I think, is going to wait for an internal specialist or a plan tech specialist. One or the other, we'll have him do that. 150 minutes, we'll have MekHQ try that. Oh, wait. The Man of War is salvage. We are not trying to put this thing back together. With the 400 XL engine, we could sell that. We could sell the heck out of a 400 XL engine. I mean, yeah, we could. We could sell a 400 XL engine. That's actually really tempting. We're gonna wait for some elites, I think, to take out these weapons. We do have some actuators that we could pull off. We'll have Kazuko start on those. We'll have Dulfikar knock out a couple more. Okay, so I think we should be about where we were the other day, last week, I mean. Like on a 5. Malika doesn't have any abilities. Is that true? Malika is an armor specialist. Oh, there she is. Yeah, she's listed. Okay, well, Tamalika can get started on these armors off the Koshi. Plastic current edge. And we'll do one. Okay. Well, maybe not. Where did Tamalika go? She's a veteran with 180. There she is. We'll do another one of those. The active probe, we would like an elite to do that. The jump jets, we can have a regular do that. Looks like we can have Ethan do one and Denise do another. We'll have Dulficar do a third. The active probe is going to be a little bit longer. The gyro, we can have Susan do that over today and tomorrow on a 4. 175 XL engine, which is not that big an engine, actually. We can have George. Notepad is a little close to the mic. Yeah, it is. I'm sorry. George Valdez. Oh, George Valdez is working on the Kraken for 360 minutes a day. That leaves him 120 minutes a day for working on things. It says he had 330 minutes, but that is a lie. So we will hold off on pulling the engine out of the Koshi for now. The cockpit, we can actually have George Valdez do on a 6. If we get lucky. Nope. He busted it. He broke the cockpit. He only needed a 6. He rolled a 2. We can... Ooh, 300,000 C-bills. Do we want the head? We'll sell it. We will sell it. We've got Ethan doing that on a 4. We'll have Daniel do one on a 3. We'll have Shasta do one on a 3. Ah, that's a bummer. That is a real bummer. Tamalika can take the head on a 7. No, we'll wait. That'll be like a 2-day job for her. Halima has no. Okay, that'll be like a 3-day job for Halima. I don't want to advance any more days than I absolutely have to. But at the same time, I do want to add a scenario. There was an option. There was an option to change the date of the scenario. I'm not seeing it now. I was definitely seeing it earlier though. I don't know where it went. There was a date clicky thingy here where I can change the date. There was one. I was looking at it. Okay, well, we will delete that for now. We will advance the day. Unmaintained units. What unmaintained units do we have? We've got the Koshi, the Man of War, the Fenris, and the Galahad, all of which should be junk. The Fenris, the Koshi, the Galahad, and the Man of War. Salvage. Salvage. Salvage, yes. Okay. All of those things are getting salvaged. So we can advance the day for the unmaintained units. Let me check the infirmary. Okay, no one really hanging out in the infirmary. Let's see, the right leg. We'll have Edinburgh salvage the right leg in 90 minutes on a 5. She succeeds. Elena, Chris, and Ben are weapon specialists, so we will have her do that, and that, and that, and that. We'll have Guillaume. Guillaume is an armor specialist. We'll have him salvage some ammo bins. We'll have Chris salvaging that. We'll have Elena salvaging that. Oh, it cost her an edge, but she did succeed. We'll have Chris salvage the gyro. Cockpit is a work in progress. The left arm. We'll have, shoot. We'll have Penny do the left arm. In a day or two, we'll have Loney do the right arm, which is blown off. Let's see, the Orion needs some armor. The Stalker needs a laser. Elena, Chris, and Ben are our weapon specialists. Elena can do the medium laser on a 4. Janet can do the medium laser on a 6. Shasta can do the SRM-6, but she cost an edge and she didn't get it. We can have Lonnie do that on a 5. We'll have Ogiko do an actuator on a 4 and an ammo bin. Monroe can reload that. Shada can do an LRM5 on a 6, hopefully. Ogiko can do another LRM5 on another 6, hopefully. Good deal. The double heat sink, we can have Shoyab do that on a 4. The Banshee is waiting on armor. The Fenris, the Koshi, the Galahad, and the Man of War are all waiting on parts. The Fenris is waiting on getting its leg off. We'll have Loney do that on a... we'll have Ediborg do that on a 5. And we'll have Ben... I don't see a Ben. We'll have B do that on a 4. I'll have Dolphicar do that on a 5. I'll have Alexandra do that on a 5. The engine will have Tamalika. Tamalika's an engineer and an armor specialist, so we'll hold off on that. We'll have George. George is not a specialist, so we'll have him do that engine over the course of 3 days. The jump jet will have Denise do that real quick. The active probe will have Ethan do that on a 6. Oh, barely. Barely knocked that out on a 6. So the left leg and the engine and the head on the Koshi. Galahad just needs its parts taken apart. We'll have Loney take the head off. No? We'll have Jamel. No, we'll have Susan take the head off the rest of her day. We'll have Kai spend the 3 days. We'll have Anacito spend 3 days doing the left torso. The right leg. We'll have Kai. No, we'll have we'll have Kai do that on a 4. We'll have Tamalika do that on a 4 as well. Man of War is waiting on its left arm and its cockpit. Okay. It's not ideal, but it's what we've got. Unmaintained units, yes, we know. The repair bay, we've got the Orion needing its armor. Oh, we've got armor. We have armor. Huzzah. That is what we were waiting on. We've got Elena, Veronica, Jamel, Guillaume, Tamalika, and Ben on armor. The Stalker needs its engine repaired. That'll be another day or 2. The Banshee needs its armor repaired. Okay, so the Stalker being the last one. Tugu. So Tonga Lance is the last one. Let's see. Wyvern. Wyvern is out with a broken collarbone. So we will remove him and his mech. We'll add Victor Rama with the Grasshopper. Bendick is out with some cuts and a laceration. Okay, so I think if we can wait one more day, who's working on that engine? Ben Speth. Oh. Assigned to unit. None. Okay, Ben should be ready with that engine tomorrow. That'll give us until the 23rd. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Okay. So, maintenance on the Thumper, maintenance on the Chippewa, 5 tons of armor have arrived. We got the Stalker's engine repaired. We got the Koshi's engine repaired. Nice, needs a 4, gets a 4. We've got the left torso fixed on the Galahad, needs a 7, gets a 9. We've got the left arm on the Man o' War, needs a 5, gets a 7. The Archer is going to be another 20 some odd days. The Zeus is going to be another couple of months. The Black Knight is going to be another 4 days, 5 days. The Kraken's going to be another couple of months. And the Galahad has been removed from the unit roster. Okay, well. We're going to... No, we're on Scalaval. We can add... Okay, I did not really plan this out. Okay, I did not try this out before I came into this. I was going to do it live. I was going to add another scenario, add scenario to the Scalaval contract. But apparently that is not an option. We will complete the mission. That is a successful mission. No, we are not paying out the dropship or the leopard. -6 miscellaneous multiplier sounds about right. Let's see the targets. Targets are all 1 or -1 or -2. Okay, I think that is alright. We'll roll. Okay, nobody has decided to retire, which is exactly what we wanted. We will do a new contract. We will do... We will call it a... rescue mission. That'll be employer independent. Enemy Smoke Jaguar. Location. Skill level. Mission type. We can call that an objective raid. Ally rating. We're not gonna have any allies. Enemy rating. We'll have elites. Contract length. That'll be less than a month. Payment multiplier. I assume 3.52 is fine. Command rights. We'll do independent. Overhead compensation is going to be none. Transport terms is going to be none. Salvage rights is going to be, let's call it 50%. Battle loss compensation, we'll call it 0%. Straight support, we'll call it 0%. Advanced percent, we'll call it 0%. Okay. And real quick, let us okay, so when we finished out that mission, we finished out at about 3.7 million C-bills, or 370 million C-bills. New mission instead of contract. Contract. Our new mission was not available. Before or after we finished the contract. Payment multiplier should be 0. Payment multiplier. I'm not seeing anything. But it shouldn't really be an issue because we're just gonna be adding okay, well this is not quite the way I had imagined it going. Head scenario. Okay. Okay. We're gonna be deploying everyone except actually MekHQ could probably be going on this mission as well. Galatea will be deploying on this mission as well. And Tonga will be deploying on this mission as well. And you know, just for good measure. So that's Stiletto, Chiu, MekHQ, and Davi in the reinforcements. Oh, I just realized I had forgot. Let me come down here. I had forgot to download that MUL file. Wolftrinary.mul. Oh. Remind me later. Close out of you. We we are going to be starting the game. That was Stiletto, Davi, Stiletto, Davi, Chu, and Machuski. We're gonna be deploying, let's call it round 5, because I think they're all round 6. We'll call it round 6 just to keep things simple. Alright, and let us add bot. We'll call it Princess. Load unit list. And that was under recent. No, it wasn't under recent. Oh boy. That was under users, under my name. That was Wolf Trinary. Okay, so there we go. Alright, let us see what we've got. We've got Marauder 5A, no, that's Tentacle Shogun, Davi, Tugyu, Chu, Machuski, and Consola. Change owner to Princess. Okay, let's see what we are dealing with here. We've got a Mad Cat D. Let me close out of here so I can see that chat. You need to delete a couple of those you added and give the mission a name. Perhaps turn on blind drop. Call it bot clan wolf. Select the bot before adding the unit list. Not blind. No, we're not going completely blind. Oh, Yarvik. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Who else? Nairn. Okay. So that kind of works for me. 40 to 32, thereabouts. You know what? We might not even need... yeah, we'll delete those 4 units. And that'll give us about a 1,200 point deficit. I'm not wild about that Fenris, or the Mad Cat. Not wild about the Grizzly, but it could be worse. Fenris D's with 4 medium pulse lasers, Rifleman 2C, Pouncer C. Yeah, okay, so our 3 lances against their trinary. Should be relatively fair. The map was, I believe it was a 55 by 55. And that was Footfall Small Town. I think that was this one. Rather than this one, which looks like it's even taller mountains. Let's see. Okay, so we've got ours 12 mechs against their 15. Granted, we do have a weight advantage, but we do not have a battle value advantage. Griffin 2C. Okay, they've got a Mercury 99 with an elite pilot is their lightest mech. They've got a Nighthawk 2Q with an ER large and a large laser with a 4-5 pilot is their second smallest mech. But yeah, the Mad Cat and the Grizzly and the Fenris D number 128 with the elite pilots. Number 1 and number 128 with the 4 medium pulse lasers and plenty of armor. The Rifleman 2C, not to be discounted, but mainly the Mad Cat, the Grizzly, and the 2 Fenrises. Oh, the Pouncer, just as much as the Fenrises. With 2 ER smalls, 2 ER mediums, 3 ER smalls, and an Ultra 10 in the right arm. Let's see. Princess is going to be deploying in the northeast, I think, based on the map, and we will be deploying in the south. Okay. I think the Silent K wishes he didn't see the opponents. Yeah, well, it's good to know that the Timberwolf is worth twice as many points as anyone else. And that is a Timberwolf D. Timberwolf D with a pair of PPCs and 2 Streak 6s in the front and 2 Streak 6s in the rear. Followed by the Grizzly and the Fenrises. Okay. Yeah, I am kind of wishing that I didn't see the opponents. Let us zoom out. This is a smaller map than I had thought it. I thought it was gonna be like that size. We're gonna be deploying 12 mechs, and they're all fairly slow. And I think I'm just gonna follow this road up here. We'll have Hoser start in this hex. Oh man, that is some unfortunate leveling right here with the up and down and the up and down and the up and down and the up and down on every column. Thinking maybe we could have him start in this hex. That way he just has to go down and then up. Yeah, down and then up. That works. Okay, so we've got one of the Fenrises there. Let me see. We'll have the Atlas start in this hex. He'll go up and then down and then up. We've got a Great Worm there. The Great Worm has 2 ER mediums, 2 ER smalls, an LRM 10, and 2 ER or two LB 2Xs or ER Ultra 2Xs. Let me start with, I guess the Orion will start behind Earl, and the Banshee behind him. There'll be the Goliath over here, and the Marauder here. We'll start with the Grasshopper here, and the Stalker here. Start with the Warhammer here, and the Blackjack behind him here. We'll start with the Guillotine here. The Grasshopper, I guess, here. Okay, so we're at 30.7, they're at 31.9. We're kind of all concentrated in this corner. And they are kind of all up in this corner as well. Hoser will advance at his full speed. Basa, or is that Petra? No, that's Tsubasa. We'll advance at his full speed. We'll have Tsubasa jump. Okay. Everyone is advancing at their full speed as near as they can with this tight quarters. Some people are gonna slow down a little bit to let people past. See, the Stalker will fall behind the Guillotine. Grasshopper will jump forward a bit. The Banshee will move forward its full speed. Gundog will move forward its full speed, and the Marauder. Alright. So we all advanced a little bit. We don't have eyes on the Fenris yet. With Hoser at least. We do have the Hellhound. Out of range. We are large. On a 13. Okay, well, Hoser can't see anything yet. Yarvik can hit the Fenris on 13s. Not gonna happen. Grasshopper can hit the Fenris on nothing. Guillotine can hit the Fenris on 13s. Let's Let's see, the Blackjack can hit the Fenris on nothing. Earl can hit the Fenris on 13s. So that's not gonna happen. Scarponi has the Fenris on 12s. We'll take a couple of those. Let's see. The Stalker has the Fenris on 15s. Grasshopper has him on 12s, so we'll do 3 of those. Let's see, the Banshee has the Fenris on 13s. The Gundog has the Fenris on 12s, so we'll take a shot at that. The Marauder has nothing in range. The Marauder, in fact, would like to go range high-low so we can get these SRMs into the action. And we've got nothing on him. So the Warhammer misses on 12s. The Fenris actually lands a medium pulse laser on Tentacle Shogun's right leg at extreme range for 3 points, down to 27 armor there. Oh, and the Hellhound also hits Earl in the right torso with a large pulse laser at extreme range for 5 points, down to 27. So they got a couple of lucky hits on round 1, but we'll see if we can follow that up. We did win initiative going into round 2. It's just us versus them, no reinforcements, no artillery. Alright, Hoser will continue running forward. Let's see. Petra will continue to advance forward. Ash will walk, I guess. Guillotine will run. Tsubasa will run. Earl will run. Scarponi will run. Stalker will run. Grasshopper will also run. Petrol will run. Let's see. Gundog will run. And the Marauder might be jumping, depending on how far we go. It looks like that's pretty clear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we'll end up in hex 5, 3, 4, 4. Hey, mister. Alright, everyone running and turning on pavement succeeds. Alright, Hoser. What shots do we have? We got the Fenris on 9s, which is not a bad shot. We've got the Great Worm on 10s. Yeah. We'll do 9. A pair of 7s. We'll skip the ER large. We'll do the ER medium on a 10. That puts us 2 heat over. Let's see. Yarvik has Great Worm on a 13. Let's see, the Grasshopper has the Fenris on 14s. Let's see, the Guillotine has nothing. Blackjack has nothing. The Atlas has nothing, barely. The Warhammer has the Fenris on a pair of 9s. We'll take those. And we'll hold off on an 11. Let's see. The Stalker has the Fenris on 17s and 15s. That's not gonna happen. The Grasshopper has the Fenris on 11s, so we'll take a trio of those. Let's see, the Banshee has eyes on no one. The Gundog has eyes on, I assume, no one. Got a shot on the Fenris on 11, actually. Yeah, we'll take an 11. And the Marauder with the SRM6s has nothing. Okay. Okay, Hoser on 9s and 7s hits the Fenris in the left torso for 15 damage, down to 10 structure. Nice. Hits him in the right arm and right torso for 10 each, down to 4 in both of those locations, and lands the ER medium in the center torso, down to 13. Scarponi hits the Fenris in the center torso for 10, down to 3 armor. Wow. We are landing all the lucky hits on that Fenris. 3 PPCs, the ER medium, and another PPC. The Fenris missing everything on 8s. The Grasshopper hits the Fenris in the right leg. Missed the crit though. Don't see any potential crits. Oh, left torso, yeah. Roll is 2, no effect. So yeah, no. That ER PVC hits him in the left torso but does not get the crit. But the other 2 PPCs hit him on the right side. The ER medium to the center torso, the PPC to the center torso. He missed with everything. We hit him in the right leg with a large laser, down to 8. Or takes 8 down to 11. Great Worm missed with everything, the Grizzly missed with everything, the Gundog missed with everything, the Hellhound missed with everything. And we did knock the Fenris down. He takes 5 to the right arm, critting on his upper arm. Mukti needs a 6 to avoid hurting the pilot, and he gets a 5. Needs a 3 to stay conscious, gets a 10. So the pilot of the Fenris has been hurt. Physical attacks, I think we've got nothing. Hoser is up to 2 heat, everyone else is running cool. We have one initiative, barely, after 3 rerolls, or 2 rerolls. We both rolled 11s, we both rolled 10s, and then they got a 5 and we got an 8. We're at 99.8%, they're at 98.6%. Hoser will continue advancing. I think everyone's going to continue advancing this turn. Ash will advance. Guillotine will advance. Tsubasa will advance. Earl will advance. Need to get him Mountaineer so he can avoid those elevation changes. Or avoid the cost for those elevation changes. Scarponi will advance on the Fenris. Getting into medium laser range almost. Stalker will advance. This is the Grasshopper. Yeah, let's get in on that Hellhound as well. Yeah, we'll continue running forward. Yeah. We will continue running forward. I think Tentacle Shogun is the last one we've got left. Alright, the Fenris running and turning needs a 3, gets an 8. The Fenris getting up needs a 3, gets a 10. Okay, we're already taking fire. Grasshopper taking shots from Mad Cat on 10s with the ERBBCs. Ouch. If either one of those hits, we're going to be in trouble. Let's see. Hoser has the Fenris on 10s, has the Great Worm on 9s, has the Griffin 2C on 7s, has the Puma on 8s, has the Flashman on 9s. So we've got 8s. I think that's gonna be a 7 and a pair of 6s. We take the 11 to go 4 heat over. I think we're gonna, yeah, we're gonna take the 11. 4 heat over, sure. Let's see, the Orion has the Great Worm on an 11. We'll take a shot with the LBX and the LRMs. Let's see, the Grasshopper has the Fenris on 16s. That's not gonna happen. See the guillotine. Has the Great Worm on a 12. We'll take a shot at that. Blackjack has a pair of 11s. We'll take those. The Atlas has the Great Worm on 13s, has the Griffin on 13s. The Griffin, actually. The Griffin 2C is a 40-tonner, and he is on top of a building with a construction factor of 95. Okay, so we're not going to knock that down. We'll just skip our shots at him. We've got a pair of 7s with the PPCs on him. And we'll hold off on the 9. We're gonna heat up next turn anyways. We've got the Fenris on 17s. And 15s. We've got the Great Worm on 12s. Yeah, we'll take a bunch of those. The Grasshopper has the Fenris on an 11, has the Great Worm on 10s. We'll take the 10s. And we'll take a couple of 12s just to be heat neutral. The Banshee has the Great Worm on 13s. We'll skip that. The Gundog has the Great Worm on 12s. Has the Griffin on 11. We'll take a 8% shot over a 3% shot any day of the week. And the Marauder with the SRMs has nothing in range. Alright, the Mad Cat misses the Grasshopper on a pair of 10s. Good deal with a 4 and a 6. Hoser on 7s and 6s hits the Griffin in the left torso, the left arm, and the right leg. The left torso and left arm are both down to 0 and 2 armor in those locations. The right leg is down to 11. The Loki misses Tentacle Shogun on a 12. The Orion misses on an 11s. The Griffin misses on an 11, the Guillotine misses on a 12, Tsubasa misses on 11s, Scarponi misses on a pair of 7s, which is unfortunate. The Fenris missing on 9s and 10s. Why is it 9s and 10s? Intervening line woods. 2 for gunnery, 2 for running, 2 for range. Or no, 2 for target movement. 4 for long range, 1 for light woods. Oh, destroyed arm actuator. Okay. Let's see, the Stalker missing on 12s. The Fenris does land a pair of 8s on Scarponi's right arm and right torso for 7 each, down to 15 and 13 armor there. The Grasshopper does land a hit on, would have landed a hit on the Great Worm's right leg, but it's behind cover. The Great Worm hits Scarponi on the right arm again, down to 8 armor, and an Ultra 2 down to 20 on the left arm. Ultra 20s, Ultra 2s, excuse me, to the left arm and left leg as well. The Grizzly misses with a 12 with the Gauss rifle, does hit a 12 to the left torso at extreme range with the large pulse laser, takes 5 down to 15. The Griffin needs a 6 to stay standing, gets a 4. Takes 4 to the left arm, 4 structure remaining. And Aregu Zandora needs a 6 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets an 11. Scarponi needs a 5, gets a 12. Hoser is up to 4 heat. The Mad Cat is up to 2. Everyone else is running cool. We've lost initiative, and we are at 99.4%. They're at 98.2%. Hoser might be thinking about walking this turn. Yeah, if we can walk, that'll slow us down a little bit, but we'll have +1s on our attacks instead of +2s. Yarvik will continue advancing at a run. Ash will continue advancing at a run. Guillotine will continue advancing at a run. Tsubasa, same. Earl, same. The Stalker will advance at a run as well. Scarponi, not Scarponi, the Marauder. Tentacle Shogun, right, will continue advancing at a run. Gundog will advance at a run. Petra will be advancing at a run. That leaves Scarponi on the Grasshopper. The Grasshopper... We hit the Fenris at medium range with everything. If it doesn't move, which it will. Oh. Scarponi. Yeah, let's get into head kicking distance, shall we? Yes, let's get into head kicking distance, indeed. Okay, no one has to make any checks for the movement phase. Let's start with Hoser. Hoser has the Fenris on 9s, has the Griffin on 6s. That'll be a 6 and a pair of 4s, and that'll be heat neutral for him. I'd love to get that ER large into the action, but we just don't have the heat sinks for it. That's 12 heat. That would slow us down to 1-2 to next turn, so we're not going to do that. Yarvik has the Fenris on 10s and 12s. Yeah, we'll do the small pulse. We'll do an 11, and we'll do the streaks on a 12. Sure, why not? Ash has the Fenris on 11s. Guillotine has the Fenris on a 10. Need some more good hits? Oh, I agree. Absolutely. The more good hits we can land, the better off we'll be. We've got him on a pair of 8s, and we'll do a single 10 just to keep the heat sinks pumping. Earl has him on a 12. I'll hold off on that. Pair of 13s. We'll do still 13s, so we'll skip the stalker. We've got him on 7s. We'll do 2 larges, and we'll do all the mediums on 7s. Petra does not have. Petra has the Great Worm on 13s. That's not gonna happen. Gundog has the Fenris on 11s. Has the Great Worm on a 10. Take one of those. Let's see, the Marauder has the Fenris on 11s, so we'll take as many of those as we can afford to. Oh, let me let the cat out. I'll just be 1 second. Yes, mister. Mr. Man, our local stray, likes to come in once in a while, but not for very long. Earl has the Fenris on 12s. Has the Griffin on 12s as well, so we will take a pot shot at him. On 12s, that's not even all of our heat sinks. And last but not least, the Warhammer on 7s. We'll do 1 ER PPC. We'll do 1 ER large. We'll do 1, 2, 3 mediums, and we'll do 1, 2, 3. No. We'll skip the PPCs. We'll do the 2 ERs on 7s. We'll do the 4 mediums on 7s, and we'll do 5 heat over with the ER smalls. If that doesn't do him in, I don't know. That should do him in. On 7s, 5 heat, 5 damage each. Nice. Hoser. At the Griffin 2C, hits him in the center torso and the right arm twice. So that is his ER large. He is down to 4 streak 2s and an ER small. Nice. The Mad Cat hits Tentacle Shogun in the center torso for 7 points, down to 27 armor. The Orion misses. The Grasshopper misses, the Guillotine misses, the Griffin misses, the Blackjack misses on 8s and 10s, the Rifleman, with 4 large pulses, does hit Scarponi in the left and center torso for 10 each, ouch, down to 5 on that left side, down to 18 on the CT. Grasshopper at the Fenris hits him with 2 larges to the left and center torso, and mediums to the left leg and right torso. Left leg again, left torso destroyed, center torso down to 6 structure. Oh, and 2 more mediums to the CT, destroys the Fenris. Okay, so the Warhammer overheated for nothing. The Fenris, in return, does hit Scarponi in the right torso twice, the right leg, and the left torso down to 13 structure, critting on his engine. and a medium laser. Ouch. Well, and the AMS to the right leg for 2 damage, down to 21 armor there. Scarponi is hurting. With his right torso down to 14 structure. And his left torso, I think, hurting as well. Yeah, left arm is gone, left torso is gone, right torso is down to 14 structure. So Scarponi is hurt. Badly. He still has all the mediums, but he did lose one of his PPCs, which is unfortunate. Gundog missed. The Fenris hits Scarponi in the left torso down to 6 armor. Medium pulse laser to the left torso. Scarponi's mech is down by engine destruction. Dang. Tentacle Shogun on 11s missed with everything. Great Worm hits Tentacle Shogun in the left arm with an Ultra 2 at extreme range for 1 damage. And the left torso and the left leg also take 1 and 2. Earl missing on 12s. The Grizzly missing on 11s and 9s. Scarponi hits the Fenris in the right arm, destroying it. Hits him in the right arm, transferring it to the right torso, right leg, center torso, destroyed. The Hellhound misses the Grasshopper on 9s and 11s. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to fix up Scarponi's mech. The Rifleman is at 2 heat, the Mad Cat is at 2 heat, the Blackjack is at 3 heat, the Grasshopper is at 3 heat, Tentacle Shogun is at 2 heat, Yarvik is at 1, everyone else is running cool. That was messy, yeah it was. We lost a Warhammer. That's not cool, man. We did win initiative. We're at 90.2, they're at 90.5, so they are actually pulling ahead of us, which is not great. We'll have Hoser walk again. Yarvik run. Ash. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a TMM of 2. We'll do that. The Guillotine definitely wants to get into the action as much as possible. Tsubasa would like to get his large lasers into range. Mediums as well. Earl will continue advancing as well. Stalker will get in behind these woods. Says the Grasshopper will move 5 hexes. Petra will move 4 hexes, apparently. Longsword will advance at a walk, I think, this turn. Get 3 hexes in, fall a little behind the group. Tentacle Shogun, of course, will be advancing to the front. We've already been at it for an hour and a half. It does not feel like it. The Griffin 2C tries to stand up and fails. Falls on his left arm, destroying his left arm. Narrowly avoids hurting the pilot. Needs a 5, gets a 5. Tries again to get up. Needs a 5, gets a 3. Falls on his left arm, which transfers to his left torso rear, down to 1 armor there. And again, narrowly avoids hurting the pilot, but does manage to avoid taking damage. Hoser has the Griffin on 6s, has the Mercury on 6s as well, or has the Mad Cat on 9s. That'll be the Griffin, I think, on 6s and 4s. And we'll skip the 5, we'll take a 6, just to go 1 heat over. Yarvik has the Fenris on 10s, has the Griffin on 8s. That'll be the Fenris on 10s, that'll be the LBX. That'll be some mediums. That'll be the LRM and the Streaks on a 12. Let's see, the Grasshopper has the Griffin on 7s. We'll do 3 of those, and we'll throw in a couple of 11s with the mediums. The Guillotine has him on an 8. The Blackjack has the Griffin, has the Mercury actually on 7s, so we'll take a couple of those. We'll go 3 heat over for that. The Atlas at the Griffin on 10s, at the Mercury on 10s as well. Might as well. We'll do a 12. We'll do a 10. That's probably not going to hit, but we'll see what we can do. Let's see, the Stalker has the Griffin on 13s, has the Mercury on 13s. The Mad Cat is out of range of the large lasers. We've got him on 11s. Sure, we'll take some shots at that on 11s. There's a chance that we'll hit, so we might as well take it. Let's see, the Grasshopper at the Fenris on 7s. That'll be 2 larges, and that'll be all the mediums. We'll go 7 heat over on 7s. I don't normally like going that hot, but 7s is a pretty good shot, and I kind of feel like we need them. Petra at the Griffin on 10s, so we'll take a pair of those and the LBX. And nothing else is in range. The Gundog at the Griffin on a 9. Sure, we'll take that shot, and we'll take a 10 with the ER medium. And the Marauder has the Griffin on 11s, so we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. Okay, so the Griffin is in rough shape. I saw prone. The Mad Cat does hit Tentacle Shogun with both PBCs to the right arm and left torso, down to single digits in both of those locations. Hoser missed with his first PPC. The second and third hit the center torso and right leg, down to 4 structure on that CT. And ER medium to the right torso. The Mercury hits the Grasshopper in the right arm, down to 14. The Orion missing with everything. The Grasshopper hits the Griffin in the right torso, critting on his Streak SRM ammo. He does auto eject. He does black out. The remaining damage is prevented by case. Okay, so the Griffin 2C is down. The Guillotine hits him in the center torso. The Blackjack hits the Mercury in the right torso with both ER larges. Transferring into the center torso, leaving it with 2 armor. The Atlas misses the Mercury. The Stalker misses the Mercury. The Fenris at our Grasshopper hits him in the right leg and the right arm for 7 each. Right arm is down to 7 armor. The Grasshopper hits the Fenris in the left arm and the center torso, down to 6 and 14. Hits him in the right arm as well, down to 9. The Banshee misses the Griffin. The Goliath hits the Griffin. The Hellhound misses the Orion. The Marauder misses the Griffin. Tentacle Shogun needs a 4 to stay standing, gets a 5. Yeah, talk about another messy turn. We did take out their Griffin, which is nice. Poser is at 1 heat. Grasshopper is at 2. Our Mad Cat is at 4 heat. Tsubasa is up to 3. Our Grasshopper is up to 7. Everyone else is running cool. And with just 18 minutes left in the stream, I might have to call this one a bit early. We're down to 27,500. That's 89%. They're down to 84%. Hoser will continue walking forward and just annihilating everything he comes in contact with. Okay, Ash, move forward as well. Tsubasa does not have jumping jack, so that's going to be a penalty to his to hit. The Stalker will move through the woods, no reservation. Grasshopper will advance on the Mad Cat. Petra will also be advancing on. Yeah, it's not worth getting 1 hex closer. I don't think. Nope, that's gonna be long range one way or the other. The Gun Dog. Yeah, I would like to take out that Mad Cat sooner rather than later. Those 2 ERPPCs. And nothing is no joke. Oh. Alright, the Mercury falls on his left and right leg for 3 damage each. Does not take crits. I'm guessing he fell. It says leaping, which usually means that he jumped from a higher elevation to a lower elevation. He did take 3 points of armor damage to the left and right leg, but no crits. He did also fall. He needed a 6, he got a 12. The Great Worm moved backwards over 2 elevation changes, needed a pair of 3s, gets a 7 and 11, and the Fenris running and turning on pavement needs a 3, gets a 10. Alright, we've got the Mercury on 5s, we've got the Pouncer on 8s. That is a pretty easy decision. We'll take pair of 5s and a pair of 3s. We'll skip the ER large. We'll do the ER medium on a 6. That puts us 2 heat over. Yarvik has the Fenris on 7s. So we'll do that. 7s and 9s. That's going to be everything. Ash has the Mercury on 9s, has the Great Worm on 10s. None of those are likely to hit. Oh, we've got the Mercury on 5s with the medium lasers. So yeah, that'll be all of that. We'll see what we can do to that Mercury this turn. The Guillotine has the Great Worm on an 8. And some 12s. We go 4 hit over on a couple 12s. Tsubasa has the Great Worm on a pair of 7s. We'll go 5 hit over on a pair of 7s, sure. Earl has the Mercury on an 11. We'll take that shot. We'll take the large laser. And we'll take the LRMs on a 9 as well. Stalker has the Great Worm on 14s. The Great Worm on 12. So we'll take a bunch of those if we can. Grasshopper has the Fenris on 6s, so we will absolutely be taking those. 6s. We'll skip one of the larges so that we can do 1, 2, 3. We'll skip 2 of the larges so that we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the mediums and be 3 heat over on 8s. Let's see, the Banshee has the Mad Cat on 13s. That's not gonna happen. Gundog has the Mad Cat on 10s. Has the Great Worm on 7s. That'll be a 7 and a 10. And that'll be a bunch of 12s with the SRMs. And Mad Cat has the Fenris on 8s. We'll go 2 heat over on 8s against the Fenris with the SRMs. Okay. Mad Cat hits Tentacle Shogun in the left torso with both ERPPCs. Blows off his left arm. Crits on his engine, destroys the mech by engine destruction. So that is 2 mechs down by engine destruction. Hoser misses the Mercury on a 5 with the ERPPC. Does hit him in the left leg and the right arm with regular PPCs. Destroys his left leg, transfers into the left torso. Transfers into the center torso and destroys the Mercury. That is a kill for Hoser. Might have missed with the ERPPC, but still got the kill. The Orion at the Fenris hits him in the left torso with the LB-10X and a medium laser. And the medium laser to the right arm as well. LRMs to the left arm. The Grasshopper at the Mercury. The Mercury is dead. Pouncer misses. Mercury painting? Yeah, indeed. The Pouncer misses the Marauder on 10s. The Guillotine misses the Great Worm on 8s and 12s. The Blackjack does hit the Great Worm in the center torso with an ER large, down to 8 armor there. Earl misses the Mercury. The Stalker misses the Great Worm. The Fenris, with 4 medium pulses on 5s, hits Tentacle Shogun in the CT, the right leg, the right arm, and the right torso. But he's already down, so we're not worried about him dying. The Grasshopper hits the Fenris in the right torso with a large laser, down to 6 armor there. And a medium laser to the left arm, down to 3 structure. The Great Worm hits Tentacle Shogun in the left leg, the right torso, and the right leg. Ultra Autocannons to the right torso, the center torso. The Goliath was not firing slug shots. Hits the Great Worm with 6 pellets. And an ER medium to the left arm, down to 2 armor there. The Hellhound hits Tentacle Shogun in the CT, down to 0 armor. The Marauder hits the Fenris with 2 SRMs to the left and right torso, critting on his engine twice. 40 plus damage, the Fenris stays standing. The Great Worm, 20 plus, also stays standing. Ash is not going to be kicking the building. Grasshopper is not going to be kicking the building either. Man, they are taking us out really fast, but we are also taking them out really fast. We've knocked out 2 of them, they've knocked out 2 of us. Now, we've knocked out 2 of their mediums, and they've knocked out 2 of our heavies. The Fenris is at 5 heat, Hoser is at 2, Yarvik is at 1 heat, Ash is at 2, their Timberwolf is up to 5. Our Guillotine is up to 4, Tsubasa is up to 5, our Grasshopper is up to 3, everyone else is running cool. And this will likely be the last turn of the match, or the last turn of tonight, I mean. We have 1 initiative, we're at 81.7, they're at 81.8. They've taken out our, was it our Warhammer? No. They've taken out our Warhammer and our Marauder already. We've taken out a couple of their lights. Hold off on Ash. Go ahead and move the Stalker. Move the Stalker 5 hexes. Earl with 4 hexes. Petra will run for 3. Guillotine will move 3 hexes. Blackjack will move 4 hexes at a jump, I think. Just to kind of spread out a little bit so we're not all concentrated. Yeah, Grasshopper will do that. Ash. Ash would actually like to be at medium range from the Fenris. Which actually she is at, so Ash would actually like to stand still this turn. Longsword would like to get into close range of the Fenris if he can. Not that he can, but he's gonna try. The Great Worm and the Great Worm both moving backwards over an elevation change twice. Okay, successfully. Alright, let's see what we can do to this Fenris on a 7 and a pair of 5s. And another 7. We'll go 3 heat over for that. Yarvik will go 7s on him as well. We'll go an 8 and an 8 and a bunch of 6s to be heat neutral. We'll go a 7 and a bunch of 9s. We'll go 3 heat over for that. The blackjack looks like it doesn't have a target at all. Earl has the Fenris on 10s and 12s. And an 8. Yeah, we'll go 3 heat over on an 8. Actually, we'll go heat neutral on an 8. Let's see, the Stalker has them on 12s, so we'll take a pair of those. And we'll take the LRM 5s on 12s as well. Grasshopper at the Great Worm on 3s, we'll do 2 larges. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we'll keep 1 large and 1 medium silent. Petra at the Fenris on a 10. The Gundog at the Fenris on a 7. And an 8 and a 10 and a bunch of 11s. Ooh, the Gundog is actually heating up a little bit. Alright. Hoser hits the Fenris in the left torso and destroys the Fenris. Okay. Well, that was quick and easy. The Orion hits the Fenris. Grasshopper hits the Fenris. The Guillotine hits the Fenris. The Atlas hits the Fenris. The Stalker misses the Fenris. The Great Worm hits the Grasshopper in the right torso, the left arm, and the left leg. As well as 4 hits from Ultra 2s to the right torso, right leg, and center torso. And 8 LRMs to the CT and the right torso critical. Grasshopper at the Great Worm hits him in the left torso, the right leg, the left leg twice, the left torso, critting on an ER small and an ER medium. Medium lasers to the right leg and left arm down to 4 structure there. Petra misses the Fenris, the Hellhound misses the Grasshopper on 9s and 11s. The Gundog at the Fenris hits with some stuff. The Great Worm stays standing, the Grasshopper does not. Grasshopper takes 7 damage to the left leg and right arm. Right arm is down to 5 armor. And Victorama successfully avoids damage. Did we have any physical attacks? No, we do not. Alright. So Hoser is at 3 heat. Yarvik is at 1. Guillotine is at 3. Grasshopper's at 3. And the Gundog is at 1. We have 1 initiative. Yes, we have 1 initiative going into round 8. And this is where we are going to save it. We're going to save it as Wolf Trinary. And we will also save on the exit save as exit.save. We will save campaign as 1.23, 03.23. Okay, so yeah, that's gonna be a new save file. Alright. And we are just a hair over 2 hours in. So don't forget to like, comment, follow, subscribe, join the community. We will see you guys next week. Until then, have a good one. Varenk and Gribbly, thanks for showing up. I appreciate you guys being in the chat. And I hope you have a good week and a good weekend and a good day and all that good stuff. See you then.